Rachel Prattis.
Hi guys, I'm your host Rachel, and I'm here to show you how you can frame your own mind. This is what your final product is going to look like, but I'm going to show you guys how you can get this. Now, some of the things that you want to remember that are so great about this is that they're great for gifts. Mother's Day is coming up, and pretty much anyone can do these. So it's really awesome. They're really easy, they're not that expensive, and the great thing about it is that it's all up to you for creativity on the colors that you want to use for the background and what you want to put inside of it. You can put kind of a cute song lyric, maybe a cute saying that you like, your name, and us girls like to put our initials on everything. I don't know why, so that's also a really cute idea. So some of the things that you're going to need for this is a frame. Now, this is an 8x10 frame. It doesn't have to be this big. It can be bigger or smaller. It really doesn't matter. You just need to make sure that your paper is big enough to fit inside the frame. You can find frames pretty much anywhere at your local craft store, and they can be any color that you want. The next thing that you're going to need is some scrapbook paper. Your background, you want it to be a nice, poppy, solid color, something that's really bright, something that's really going to give it a good punch because it is going to be the background. It's kind of going to tie everything in. I like hot pink and I love glitter, so what better than glitter and hot pink paper? The second one that you're going to want to use, this one can be a lot more fun. It can be patterned and it could also be a solid color, but you want to make sure that it's not as bright as your background so that it doesn't distract away from it. I like zebra print, so that was a great pattern for me to have for that. Your third piece of paper, this is what's going to be on the front of your frame. This is going to have your font on it or your saying. You can even do a picture if you want. So you definitely want to make sure that this is a solid color, and you want to make sure that the color font that you're going to use is going to go on it. So you don't want to get a black piece of paper if you're going to have black font on there. This can just be normal, regular size copy paper, and that'll work just fine. Now, some of the other supplies that you're going to need is a ruler. For obvious reasons, you want to make straight lines. I like to use the rulers that you can see through just because it makes it a lot better for whenever you mark on your paper. Then you can see marks that you've made underneath it if your ruler's covering it up. You're going to need a pencil so that you can mark on your paper where you're going to use your ruler. Scissors so that after you've marked on your paper you can cut it. And double-sided tape. The thing about the tape is you want to use the double-sided tape. If you use regular tape, you're going to have to roll it up and you're just going to have to put all these random things everywhere, and it's going to take a whole lot of time, and it would just be a waste of time in the end. With double stick tape, you can just put 2 or 3 strips on there and you're done because the frame holds it together. And with glue, it can get really messy, even with hot glue and with regular glue. Everyone knows that that leaves that really weird lines on your paper that you don't want to see. So the first thing that you want to start out with on your frames, easiest step for your background. The great thing is that every frame comes with a photo already in it that you can use. This takes up your entire background. So because it already came in the frame and you want your entire background to take up with it, then it's perfect. It's great to just use it and trace it. So I'm going to show you guys real easy how to make your background on it whenever we get back. So get ready with your pencil and your background piece of paper. Hey Hey guys, we're back and I'm here to show you guys how to make your background mat. It's really simple. Just take the photo frame that came out with the frame that you bought, place it corner to corner on your background paper, and just go. And you're just going to trace it. Real easy with your pencil, real simple. And when you get done with that, there's what you're going to look like. Really easy, it's the easiest part. So then whenever you get done with that, here's what you're going to show up with. It fits exactly how it's supposed to because it is the background of your frame. So it's perfect. That's the easiest step and you're done with your back one. Now you want to move on to your second one. This is your middle mat, your patterned one, something that's going to make it kind of fun, pop. The easiest way to start out with this is to do the exact same thing that you did with the background. So just turn it over, put your photo page that came with it, take your pencil, and once again, just trace right around on it. Really, really simple. When you get done, it's just going to look like that. And then whenever you cut that out, you're going to have this. It's the exact same size as this one, so it works out perfect. Now, since you want it to work out smaller and kind of center in so that you can see your background, you want to try and bring in every corner in an inch. So, all that you do for that, you can see I've already done it on mine, is you just take your ruler and on each side, you just go in an inch from the side, the top and the bottom, and then you just connect your ruler straight across and draw the line. And when you get done, it's going to look like this. Really simple, really easy. Just cut that out and it's going to be this size. That way, you can just put this, fit it right there in the center, kind of eyeball it. You don't even really have to measure it. And you see that that fits nicely in there in the center. Now, your front mat is also pretty easy. The one thing that you want to try and do with this is create a stencil. All you need to do is take just a regular sheet of paper like this, bring it in 3 inches from each side, and you're going to come out with one of these. That's the size that you're going to need. This is where a computer comes in. You get to put whatever you want on there, picture, your words, anything. Go and please print it out on just a piece of regular copy paper first. That way you don't use your expensive cardstock paper and then it comes out not right. So once you kind of center that on there and figure out what you want, it's going to come out just like this. And here's where your stencil comes into play. You see that it fits right over it perfectly, so it's not going to come out. And so then all that you need to do from that is just trace around the edge. And when you get done with that, it's going to look just like this. So you can see where your lines were right there for your pencil. And then whenever you get done cutting that out, it's going to look like this, and that's going to go really nicely right there on the center. Now all that's left for you to do is to just tape it. So you want to take your background and fold it face up. Take your double-sided tape. Take your middle layer, mine's my zebra. Turn it over. Like I said, you really don't have to use a whole lot, just maybe 2 or 3 strips here because the frame's going to help hold it in. Turn it around, just kind of eyeball it, center it. Then take your top layer. One or two works well with this. Put that on there, kind of eyeball center it. It's really simple, you don't have to do too much measuring. And then you're just going to go put this inside your frame, just like that. Make sure that you put your cardboard in there. And then whenever you get done, it's going to look just like this. And you have your very own frame. So I hope that you guys learned a lot. And like I said, it's really inexpensive.